Hello everyone, and welcome to my reaction to Dragon Ball Z episode 194 and 195. I just got home last night from a 5-day trip. We went on Tuesday and we got back Saturday night. So it was a nice almost 1 week in Cape Town. There was so much to do and to see and the hiking and the meeting people from all around the world. There's really a lot of tourists in Cape Town. It was quite amazing. A lot of restaurants to try. Wow, it was so much fun. Actually, in terms of Dragon Ball Z, to keep it relevant, we were meeting up one morning with a guy from Japan, but he's doing research for his thesis in sports education in Tanzania. So we went for coffee and breakfast with him one morning, and there was a Japanese shop that we just walked past, and then briefly went in because he said that's actually the shop is kind of based on his hometown. Like it's like I forgot the name now, but so anyway, we went into the shop, and he was asking me like, what anime do you like? And I said, I just started. Well, first I said my top three, which is One Piece and Fruits Basket. I said Vinland Saga, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Full Metal Alchemist. Like I didn't know which one to. I wanted to mention all of them, and then he said his favorite is Dan Da Dan, and then I was like, and then I started singing the song like dun 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 dun, and I felt like an idiot. Then I started talking about Dragon Ball Z, and actually the guy that was working in the shop, he was like, oh my god, that's the shit. I think I have a theory that we were all put on this earth just to watch and enjoy Dragon Ball Z. So this guy is hyper. He loves Dragon Ball Z. He starts talking about like how when he was a kid, at 4:30 p.m., you see all the kids on the street riding their bicycles, playing tag, like just having fun. But then the moment like the clock is 5 p.m., it's like there was a shooting. Because everyone's scattered inside. And this is how he told the story. So I'm trying to match his energy. And he was like, then everyone was at home watching DBZ. So that was his community. And he was saying just like, I should enjoy the journey and da-da-da-da-da. So yeah, that was pretty cool to speak to such a big Dragon Ball Z fan. And I'm also on my way back last night to the airport. I wore my Dragon Ball Z shirt, and the guy that was sitting on the plane, he was also a Dragon Ball Z fan, but I obviously try and talk not too much because I don't want to be spoiled. I tell them in advance, I'm still in my journey. And we also went to a ramen shop where Goku was painted on the wall, and that was a surprise. Like, we didn't plan to go there. We were actually supposed to go ice skating, but it was closed. So we just went to the street where there's karaoke and restaurants and stuff. So I went into the ramen restaurant, and boom, Goku was painted on the wall. So that was the restaurant. And there's the old school DB, small Balma, well, a smaller Balma, small Goku, Shenron. And then there's older Goku painted. And there was also like a small Goku figure. I don't know if you can tell, but right over there was a Goku figure. But I had to, even when I was in Japan, I always have to kind of like try and look away when it comes to any DBZ merch or anything because, design, spoilers, you can't avoid everything, but I try. On the 8th day, God created Dragon Ball Z. Quite literally that guy's theory. He set into motion the plan. Everything was leading up to the creation and enjoyment of DBZ. Thousands of years of evolution and the atoms coming together, whatever. It was also that we could be here today and enjoy Dragon Ball Z together. So I would like to believe, even in a small way, that might be true. Last but not least, Espada showed this cool sport nutrition drink. Like maybe it's like a protein drink, Armageddon pump formula, Berserker's performance blend, and it has Vegeta on the cover, or the whatever you call it. Red Whale. This is not sponsored. I think it's so cool. Rip your muscles, furious pump. Looks like a pre-workout, yeah. So anyway, I had a great time, but I'm so happy to be back doing what I love in my comfort zone. Talking to the community, I missed you guys a lot. We have in the live chat here Mike, Kiranor, Vert is here, Espada, Booty, Niharu, Netsby, Bring Team Erlieben, Shadow Royale popped in, Modru. Shout out to Dark Shadow. I'm not sure, he might be with family today. Sotos is here. Jolly D, Joestar, Rodriguez, Dio was here earlier. So, sorry, Dio says not here. He's not here. Okay, so yeah, 194, 195. Let's go.
まだ人造人間17号18号の脅威が続いていた。
Sorry, I wanted to join in. They looked like they were having so much fun. Oh wait, I forgot my Android earrings today. I have them. Whoa, look how tall he is!
神様の宮殿に精神と時の部屋っていうところがあって、ここで修行すると1年間がたった1日で過ぎちゃうんです。なんだかよくわかんないけど、どっちにしても無事に帰ってきてくれてよかったわ。その顔だといいことあったみたいだけど。
I did watch the Trunks story movie. It was amazing.
そうか。結局孫君は死んじゃったのか。父さんとも一緒に戦いました。
And he even said like goodbye to you in his own way.
ベジータと？父さんはやっぱりただの冷たい人じゃありませんでした。これがセルにやられた時。
Oh, look how happy he is. His daddy got mad for him. Oh, that is so sad. That's how it should be.
真剣になって怒ってくれたんです。だからそう言ったじゃない。
She's like, huh? Yeah. I totally told you your daddy's not like everyone thinks. I knew that. I always knew. I always believed it. Hi, Walid.
17号、18号がまた現れました。人造人間め、今度こそ。トランクス。大丈夫です。そのために過去で悟空さんに会ってきたんですよ。今度こそご飯さんやみんなの敵を取らなきゃ。過去だけじゃなく、この時代も平和にしなくちゃ。気をつけて、トランクス。
What? How much he's grown? Love the superhero pose.
コンピューターゲームに負けた腹いせとは。
うるさいよ。あんたは黙ってて。
あいつらに妻も子も殺された。なかなかいい腕だな。
GG.
褒美をやろうか。欲しいだろ。え？悪魔め。誰だ？トランクス。
17号、18号。貴様らもこれまでだ。17号。私さ、むしゃくしゃしてるんだ。もうあっさりやっちゃっていいだろ。
She must have been playing Genshin Abyss and she couldn't clear floor 12. That's how I also feel. So, you know what? I feel for her. Sucks. Just too difficult and you don't get enough time and you keep hitting the freaking enemies and their health just goes down so slowly. Ah!
コンピューターゲームよりこっちの方が面白いよ。
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. You will never be happy until you clear floor 12 of the Abyss and get all the stars.
危ない、18号。
Oh!
くしょ。やったね。 よ。
少しは成長したな。18号をマジで遅らせるなんて。
許すことはできない。
His hair looks so cool! And all by himself! Would that be enough? Would that be enough? Was... Is she gone?
なぜお前ごときに18号が。
今のは殺された仲間たち。そして今度ごはんさんの仇だ。
Whoa. Oh. He wiped the floor with them. I thought it would take a whole episode. Like, I knew he got so much stronger, but I didn't think he would be that easy. Damn. The future can finally...
いや、まだだ。
What?
肝心なやつが残っていた。
Oh, no, wait, they killed Dr. Ghetto, so... Oh, right, because... Wait, oh, this is... Time travel is so confusing. I thought the cell of this timeline went to... He used his... Was there another timeline? I don't... What? I thought this timeline cell went to the past. I mean, they killed the cell of our timeline already, so where's there a third cell? I thought... I mean, I understand there's probably more timelines, but we could only see 2 timelines. Our present, his past, and then the future, his present. No! Watch me be confused. That's part of the fun.
そして月日が流れた。破壊を続けた17号18号がいなくなり、そして過去の時代に行くタイムマシンの往復エネルギーもやっと溜まった。
17号と18号を倒したこと、みんなに報告に行ってくるよ。母さん、うちの中に入っていて。ああ、ガールフレンドでしょ。もう。そこにいるのは分かってるぞ、セル。
Time travel in any story ever is so freaking confusing. Look at his face, look at his face, look at his face, look at his face.
そこにいるのは分かってるぞ、セル。卵に戻ってタイムマシンに乗り。
Oh, I remember. No, I don't. Wait.
17号と18号を吸収するつもりなんだろう。
何？なぜそんなこと？
その計画は
I kind of get it now, but I'll wait until the end to kind of just map it out for myself.
セル、完全体のお前は確かにとんでもない強さ。俺でも十分倒せる。
Even me.
そうか。お前は過去に行ったのだな。妙に事情に詳しいわけだ。それにしても今の俺なら倒せるというのは心外だぞ、トランクス。貴様のデータはスパイロボットでお見通しだ。17号や18号ですらも倒せまい。
What do you mean? What do you mean? Have you lived under a rock for the last... Why do you need to go to the past? To eat 17 and 18 in the past? Because... Your answer is because 17 and 18 in this timeline has been defeated. Who defeated them? Who do you think defeated them? Where do you think that they go? I so love it when a character says exactly what I was trying to say. Well then, why are they no longer around? Why do you think that is? You stupid fuck. Oh, I guess you didn't have a spy robot to see that, did you? Did he just Matilda mind move him?
俺はドクターゲロ様が作り上げた究極の人造人間だ。
どうかな。
Ready, steady, bleh! Did you see? Okay, never mind. Surprise, surprise, motherfucker!
くそ俺は究極の人造人間、あんな若造に負けるはずがない。
Sorry, sometimes you kind of feel bad, even though you know he's done all this bad stuff. When he's losing so bad, it's like, actually, I feel sorry for you. Odinoko says, nope, my pity is well run out. Also fair. But he's just a bug. He didn't know what he was doing. Would you be mad at the lion for eating? No, I'm joking. It's not the same. I'm kidding. Whee! Yeah, his VA is so good. Okay, where's this going? Aww.
だったらこの技で驚くがいいか。
That's why I threw him up. Remember, you have to get every lost little cell. Remember.
これで全てが終わりました。ありがとう、みんな。
Wow.
ありがとう、悟空さん。
In one episode, things have sure changed. Hey, why are you not helping to build the house? Did he just say they what?
ところ運動不足で太りすぎだぞ。
できた。
Dekita!
さすが海王様だ。
Okay, you build the next one, cause gosh.
海王様、悪い悪い。海王様ちょうどいいじゃねえか。オラはもともとこんなとこに住む気はなかったんだ。どっか行こうよ。そうだ。あの世の達人ってどこいるんだ？
あの世の達人か？
あの世の達人のとこに連れてってくれるって約束したじゃねえか。
だが悟空、そこには
行こうよ。
悟空
Ah,
を待つあの世の達人とは一体
Masters of the Next World. But this is all filler, right? Don't, never mind. Don't answer me. I think I did ask how many filler episodes there were, just to if there were like something like 10, I might have not wanted, because, you know, 2 whole Dragon Ball Saturdays dedicated to filler would make me a bit sad. But I think I more or less know. So to clarify, before you confirm though, let me first we have the timeline that we know. Let's call it the timeline that we know, the TTWK timeline, right? And in this timeline, we saw what happened. In the end, the Cell was... The androids were nice, and A Cell died. Then we have the Trunks timeline, and that's just called the T timeline. And his timeline was further along than that timeline, so he went like back to warn them, to take them a cure. So basically that was the key difference, I think. He took a cure, but the timeline had already changed in some ways. Like the androids had different personalities. Goku, he got sick later, but he did then eventually get cured. And so in this timeline, 17 and 18 were still here, but they were absorbed. But he eventually, once this timeline was sorted out, he went back to his timeline and destroyed 17 and 18. See, this is where it gets confusing. As far as I think I understand, there is another timeline where 17 and 18 was defeated, and then Cell had no one to absorb. So that Cell, so they were deleted, and therefore he didn't have anyone to absorb. So he went to that timeline. So that's why when Trunks, eventually they defeated that Cell over there. He was dead. And when Trunks delivered the cure, defeated, the androids were absorbed, Seru from that timeline, I keep calling him Cell, which is not, it's someone else's name. Seru was defeated, so then Trunks went back to that timeline, and then also deleted 17 and 18 from this timeline. And then the Cell from his timeline, Seru, also had no 17 and 18, and he wanted to try the same thing that Seru wanted to try. But then he couldn't because Trunks knew his plan. And then he also deleted the Cell of this timeline after deleting 17 and 18. Is that correct? Okay, so there's just multiple timelines. It's just the multiverse. Got it. You have said timeline so many times. I think the word has lost all meaning. So yes, this was mentioned in episode 143. I do remember Seru saying that he didn't have. That's why I just want to make sure that I remembered it right. I'm not gonna watch episode 143 again to learn what I already realize I know. Now, how did Trunks kill 17 and 18 in Seru timeline? I have a theory, but I want to know yours. Oh, that's true. You have to consider, even though, as someone said, all of this is mixed canon and filler or whatever. So in this timeline where the Cell that came to the timeline that we know, so let's just call it timeline 1, 2, and 3 for convenience sake, actually, because I was just joking about TTTWK. So Seru from the third timeline came to the first timeline, where Seru was destroyed by Kuririn and Trunks. So that Seru from 3 replaced the Seru from 1. But why did the Seru from 3 have to travel there? Is because 17 and 18 was already deleted in that timeline, killed, whatever. How were they killed? That's the story. I still don't really understand who is the Trunks that got killed by Seru before taking his time machine. Oh, right. So wait, I should rewatch 143 maybe, because the Trunks from the third timeline got killed by the Seru from the third timeline. Baby Trunks, the older Trunks, and then this Trunks was killed. Okay. So how Espada has a theory about the third timeline and how 17 and 18 were deleted there. Where? I don't even know how to come up with a theory, because like, what information do we have? Each timeline has very small differences. Like, let me show you something. In the memes chat the other day, here, Booty shared a funny image. Here. The new timeline after Trunks accidentally steps on an ant. Because the whole thing with time travel and stuff is that the flap of a butterfly's wing can, like, it's tiny things that can cause huge eventual consequences because of the build-up, right? So this is freaking hilarious. From stepping on an ant, this is the new timeline, right? I thought that was so funny. So my point is, it's very difficult, I think, to come up with a theory, because there's no way to know what this timeline was like. So it's like a blank canvas almost. No, not completely blank, but it's like a partially blank canvas where you could fill in almost any detail that you want to get to your desired result, which is 17 and 18 being deleted without Trunks going back in time, because he never went back in time in this timeline since Seru stole his time machine. Is there a timeline where they tell Bulma to eat more vegetables so that Trunks can be a female? I did hear that's a theory. Like, if you eat more meat, you'll have a boy. If you eat more vegetables, you'll have a girl. I think Cell give a somehow answer of how Trunks killed 17 and 18. It's from Steins Gate. Yeah, but it's not just it is from Steins Gate. I do remember that specifically. I forgot because it's also like a real old wives' tale. I have when Lydia was pregnant, I read about a lot of stuff like that, how to determine your baby's gender, how to if you do this, if you do that, all kinds of things. Should I rewatch 143 in order to see if there was a hint given? Ooh, I feel like this could take a long time to talk about. Seru from timeline 1 is never shown in hospital original timeline. Huh? Hospital? Bulma probably built a remote in that timeline. That is a good theory because she was able to build a remote based on in timeline 1. Maybe Trunks 3 came back from the past. Cell stealing the time machine doesn't mean he did it before Trunks had the chance. That begs the question. Oh, well, kind of true, because in the first timeline, Trunks from the second timeline came to the first timeline, gave the cure, and then went back, right? Didn't he go back? And then he came again later? I think third timeline, no 17 and 18. At all? No, but... But why was the time machine built then? To go back and... Why wasn't there a necessity to go back in time at all? I think there isn't any official explanation, just good theories. Yeah, but that's what we're doing here. There's a movie, A Sound of Thunder, where time traveling go back to the dinosaurian era and accidentally step on a butterfly and they erase humanity. The Cell that Gohan defeated is from a fourth timeline that is never shown. Okay, and what about the third timeline? Why is there now a fourth timeline without addressing the third timeline? What happened in the third timeline then? Anyway. How late am I? Just one episode. You missed one episode. Maybe the Trunks that was killed just could overpower 17 and 18, but not Cell, cause hadn't known about him. That is another good one, I would say. Like, eventually, yeah, he was able to defeat 17 and 18, but I think the most likely, somehow, I believe in Bulma the most. She made the remote. Because... that's the reason they killed Gero in the first place, but because he could delete them with the push of a button. That's their biggest threat before, our characters caught up to them in strength. Besides Seru, their biggest threat was always that button that even Kuririn could press it and destroy, 18, which there has to be a timeline 4 because Trunks from timeline 3 was about to go there but got ambushed by Cell. Great Scott! I know everything. My uncle works for Toriyama. Okay. Espada, I would like to hear your theory. I feel like I would need to make a timeline discussion video to discuss the timeline separately, but I have 5 more reactions I would like to do for DBZ today, so sadly I don't have too much more time. There's no fourth line because there aren't any extra Trunks travel. I get why make you think wrongs. There aren't billion of timelines. There are only extra timelines. Each time Trunks makes travel and change. Oh, you have the same theory as me? You believe in Bulma? Oh, yeah. I think that's the most likely one. So, I guess if you only think about time travel as kind of like a vacuum, somehow it causes different... Only the action of time travel can cause separate timelines to occur. And by some magical reason, timeline is linear until you invent time travel and then you create new dimensions and new timelines are only burst from your science-y little box of time traveling. Okay, I get it. That's your reality. I'm interesting. And then you get like the multiverse theory proposes that our universe is not unique, but rather one of many universes that may exist, forming a vast collection called the multiverse. these parallel universes have, so parallel, almost, kind of, in some ways, maybe like different timelines. These parallel universes could have different physical laws, constants, and even different fundamental. Like, I like to think of this thing that Sheldon says from Big Bang Theory, and he says that there might be 1,000 Sheldons, and but in none of them does he dance. That's such a funny joke. I think Cell timeline discussions are silly because I don't think Toriyama planned the timeline thing very well. Yeah, I don't think he thought that deeply about it. It's just, that's why I said it's fun to discuss, but you can't really say anyone's right or wrong because it has no basis. It's not something I think Toriyama at all cared about. It was just kind of like convenient for his story to make it fun and interesting. And we can talk about it because it's fun, but nothing more than that. Anyway, to continue what you were saying, the saga he was working on kept getting edited. Cell is a hot mess of odd issues due to editor problems. I think people get really sure about Toriyama's storytelling when he even admitted to forgetting ideas. I got lost, so Trunks got back in time to fight which titan and eat what devil fruit. Somewhere there is a timeline or a universe or a whatever where that is a thing. That would be freaking cool. A world line where Trunks went back to fight the cart titan and he ate the Noro no Mi, and he had a great adventure and became the Hokage of South Africa. The Hokage of South Africa. I bet if Toriyama had his way, we would have had first form Cell the whole time. I want that world. I like what we got though. Okay, but as interesting as everything is, and as fun as it is to discuss, and we definitely could do... Why is my mouse glitching? I really need to continue. So, Isadore says, I love this episode though. It's my favorite how quickly Trunks kills everyone. It really drives home how much they have changed. You know, how strong they've gotten. So I can see why you like it, but wow, favorite episode ever is amazing. Which timeline was Perfect Cell from? Well, he got defeated in the first timeline, but as far as I understand it, he was from a third timeline. Can't he fly?
でもほら、早くあの世の達人に会いてんだ。会ってどんなに強いんか戦ってみて。
あの世の達人を甘く見とるととんでもないことになるぞ。こら！やつなどと言ってはいかん。それ多くも達人はあの世で最も偉いお方、大海王様なのだぞ。
大海王？
大海王様とはな。大海王様はわしら東西南北4つの銀河の海王の頂点に。
Ooh, wait, it's Roshi?
その
Elf Roshi is the Daikaio-sama! That looks like somehow like Elf Roshi combined with the hair of Gero.
その
I don't know.
大海王様は大の武闘好きでな。
へえ、ほらますますその大海王っつうのにハエとか会いたくなっちまったぜ。
よっしゃあ飛べるんだった。
I told you! Why are you running backwards, Goku? Goku, what you doing?
いけねいけね。
大海王星にはな飛行機に乗っていく。
Hikoki? An otherworldly... Okay.
ほら来た。
飛行機はどこにあんだ？
閻魔大王の城のそばにある天国行きの飛行場じゃ。
よし、わかった。
来た来た。
閻魔大王のとこならこれで行った方が早いや。
な、悟空、こら。
He's not wrong. I forgot he could do that. I always forget he can do that.
天国行き。 ったら孫悟空ではないか。海王様まで。まあ、いろいろ何でこうなってな。
今だよ。ほら、先急ぐから。
おい、お茶でも飲んでいかんか。
おさばきを受けるならきちんと並んで。
Alright, he got to keep his body, right? For I remember there was a reason given for that.
特別フリーパスの方ですね。私初めて。
Free bus!
はっきり言って感動です。どうぞ。
Thank you. I think only certain people, like you have to achieve something in real life. Like you have to become Buddha or Gandhi or Jesus or I don't know, something in order to get to keep your body maybe. Or at least have the choice, right? And that's why Goku can walk around like that. Because he achieved those levels of enlightenment.
おお、悟空は地球を救ったのか。なるほど。
天国行き A グループの魂さんたちは私の後についてきてください。
迷子にならないように前の魂さんにしっかり続いてくださいね。
Hi!
なんでオラたちの飛行機だけこんなオンボロなんだ。オラはあのでっけえ飛行機乗りたかったな。
Oh, he looks just like...
こんなオンボロ。
Look, he looks like small Goku again there.
あれが天国か。でっけんだな。どこどこどこ？
あれが大海王星だ。
なんだ思ったよりちっちゃい星だな。
See, and this is another kind of like funny thing because even as much as we want to talk about timelines and multiverses or whatever it is or isn't, it doesn't matter because this is a completely different world. It would work completely different than our world. But in our, I mean, that's obvious, right? Because even in our world, but I mean, I think a lot of people base their theories maybe on what they might know about time travel from other shows. But this is like its own thing. I wonder if time travel will be possible one day. That could be cool. Didn't Einstein say time is an illusion? But even if he's right and if that's true in our world, that might not be true in this world because it's a fictional world. So nothing we know matters in this world.
海王様。おお、お久しぶりです。
いやー、頑張ってるな。
はい。
海王様あの世じゃ結構有名人なんだな。
奴は北の銀河出身だからな。まあ、お前よりじゃざっと2300年を先輩と言ったところじゃ。
2300年？そんな長いこと修行してんのか？
Ooh. Oh, that's funny because his planet was so small. He had a small house and like a less fancy car. Now look at this. So you know they're not really all that different from us.
いよいよ会えんだな。あの世で一番強い大海王に。
大海王様といえ様と。
こんなに強いのか？大海王。
様。
Sama.
だがな、その強さは言葉では決して伝えることのできないほど素晴らしく、また恐ろしいものだと言い伝えられておる。ああ、いやこれはね、わしの欲しかった車だ。おお、このお尻がこれはまたセクシー。
Sexy?
お前は。
なんじゃ。西の海王。
Is he the Norse Kaio? Cause he's just Kaio-sama, but he's Nishi. So when did we? I didn't even know. It said Norse. Wait, Nishi? Oh, Nishi is west. Oh, okay. So he's Norse. In the Broly movie, I think it was Sid. Cause we just called him Kaio, like he's Nishi Kaio, and he's Heaven's Piccolo, I guess, with the lips of second form Seru.
お前、どうしてここに？
お前こそなぜ？
Oh, this is. Oh, I see what's gonna happen now. I see. So they're both a Kaio, and that is his Goku.
わしは今日久しぶりに何しろパイクーハンは西の銀河一の武道家だから
I see.
なんじゃ
All right, he's got a halo.
なんじゃな
Ah!
死んだのかこれは
海王が死ぬなんてお前のくだらんジョークよりずっと笑えるわ
くだらんジョークとはなんだくだらんジョークとは
オラが海王様巻き込んじまったんだ。
なんだこの小僧は
オラか？オラ孫悟空だ。
とてつもなく強いやつなんじゃ
何パイクーハンほどではない
いや悟空の方が強いな絶対にパイクーハンだわからんやつだな
This is fandoms arguing. This is how you look! Wait, what did he say? A fight.
ならば勝負させるか望むところださあ行け悟空
This reminds me of yesterday I was watching Hanku watch some. There was some big Manchester United game yesterday where it was like a 9-goal. Was it a 9-goal game? And he wanted to watch the highlights of the game. But I always say like fandoms are almost like football fans or anime fans, whatever, because they get unhinged. You know, sports fans in general can get unhinged when it comes to like trying to insult the other side. And you know, most of the time it's all in good fun, but seriously, some of these people they lose themselves. I guess it's kind of like a release though from the stress of real life or whatever. But it's tough when you don't lose yourself and you're arguing with someone who's lost themselves and you're like, why are you taking it so personally? Why are you insulting my mother? Like or whatever. I knew he was watching this. He wanted to watch highlights of this game. Man United won 5-4 against Lyon. So anyway, Hanko was really mad because the official highlights clip, it was so like a 2.5-minute clip for a 9-goal game. He said that was really ridiculous. That's a good answer, Odinoko. So anyway, so instead of watching the actual clip of the game, he was watching this guy that he commentates on, maybe like a British guy that commentates on the games, but he's not allowed to show the game. But he was kind of, he was commentating so Hanko could like visualize it. It was like a 20-minute commentary video, and it was a lot of fun to watch because this guy's reactions, even though you can't see what he's reacting to, but he's like saying, oh, this guy's got the ball, oh no, he's not. And then he goes, you go with it, go on your own. What the, you greedy fucker. And then like 1 minute he's saying one thing and next minute he's saying another thing, and then he's cursing the whole team, and then he's like, oh, I'm so glad to be a part of this team. It is hilarious. It was so hilarious to watch him, even though I don't even know, like I'm not a football fan in general, but just sync up your copy of the game to follow along with my reaction. So yeah, I think he live streams watching the game while other people are watching because it's happening at the same time. It's a live game, right? But this was highlights, like 20 minutes of his reactions to the goals, but the build up and a little bit of the after. So anyway, I just thought the way that he kind of loses himself in the excitement, that is very similar to how they're losing themselves here about my guy is stronger than your guy, and fandoms do the same thing. I guess it's just part of being human. One part.
これ悟空図が高い
爆裂爆裂爆裂ラーラ爆裂爆裂
取り込み中のとこ悪いけど、パイクーハンちゃん、ちょっと空時後まで行ってきてくれない？
地獄のことじゃ。 地獄の句を前に持ってきて空地語。困ったこと。
最近セルってやつがマーエンちゃんに
This guy named Cell was sent to Kujigo by Maya-chan.
空地語へ送られてるん
Okay,
だ
okay.
けどさ。
セル地獄行
そのセルがフリーザとかいうやつらを知っ
Accompanied by...
たが暴れ回ってるそうなのよ。
かしこまりました。
一人じゃ無理だ。オラも行く。
まあいいじゃん。北の海王ちゃん好きなようにやらせてあげたら。
Actually, Seru and the Frieza teaming up is like a gold mine in terms of if this was canon. I mean, he's about Seru is about as much Frieza's brother as he is Goku's brother. So. But yeah, the
どうか見逃してください、鬼。
おめえたちゴズとメスじゃねえか。
よかった。セルの仲間じゃなかった鬼。
okay, but what are they doing to wreak havoc in hell? Are they killing people? Where do they go? And if you now take them out, are they gonna go there too? To kill the people they've already killed twice? Like, cause at one point they were on Earth and then they killed a bunch of people, but most of them were saved. But there was that one town that Seru destroyed that didn't get revived, remember? Or something. So my point is that now some of those people probably went to hell, and now Seru and Frieza is terrorizing them, and then they die, and then where do they go? And then if you kill Seru and Frieza, they're gonna go to that place where you die a second time, and then they're gonna terrorize them again, and it's never gonna end.
どうだ。これから誰に従えばいいかよーく分かっただろう。
Oh no!
ここのボスは誰だ。
All of them together. Oh, the West City was destroyed by Dr. Gero. Oh.
セル様だろう。
おめえら地獄へ来てまで悪さを続ける気か。
孫悟空。
とも反省してねえようだな。
Look at Cell's reaction.
孫悟空。
Look at Frieza's reaction.
とも反省してねえようだな。
But I'm not gonna take any of this to heart. It's just like for fun.
どうやらお前も死んだらしいな。また会えて嬉しいよ。
Whoa! His hair looks so cool like that in black. Why is it not blonde? That looks so cool. Maybe because he's in hell?
あの程度なんでもない。私が奴を殺したのだからな。
さすがセルさんですね。お願いしますよ。
Oh, Paikuhan? Whoa! What is that? What is that? What is that? Fire breathing seventh form? Whoa. He becomes fire? Whoa. Wow, that look. He keeps doing the look. Whoa. Why do his ears look familiar? Damn, imagine going to prison in hell.
ああ、そうだな。
こんな強いやつがいるなんて。あの世も結構ワクワクすっぜ。
I never... Wait, Piccolo has those ears? Piccolo ears? No, Piccolo has Wait, I can, you know where I can look up Piccolo? Here. I am Piccolo. But he usually has that freaking hat on. I always spell his damn name wrong. I am Piccolo. See, he has a different ears. Yeah, elf ears. He mostly has the hat on, but I don't know if his ears stick out. I don't think... No, Pai Kuhan got Frieza's ears. Frieza has these ears. Oh! Frieza. You know, when you look at Frieza, that's not the first thing you see. He has similar ears. Yeah, for sure. Oh, his dad has those ears. So these are probably baby ears. And once you grow up to be big and strong, you get the flat ones. I see.
あの世には悟空を上回る強い達人がいた。悟空の胸は期待に大きく膨らむのだった。
Wow. I'm still not 100%. Someone said this was mixed filler and canon, but I don't need for it to be confirmed just yet. Once I'm finished with this stretch of episodes, I'll take a look at the manga and see how the manga handled, you know, the continuation after Goku decided to not be brought back. Because I really like to see... I don't need to know right now. When this was coming out, no one really talked about filler, canon, blah, blah, blah. Everyone just accepted it for what it was. So that for now, it's fine. The trivia for episode 194 and 195. In the manga, the old man is killed by future android before Trunks arrives, with his death either involving being shot by 17 original manga. There's manga and then there's original manga? Or otherwise punched hard enough to kill him. That was the Viz English version. Oh, maybe they censored it. So either shot or punched. Okay. So the Japanese version and then the censored version. In the anime, Future Trunks arrives and saves the old man from the androids. In the manga, after Future Trunks defeats Cell, what? This happened for real in the manga? So it was written by Toriyama? In the manga, after Future Trunks defeats Seru, he returns to his mother, who rushes to give him a hug. In the anime, this does not happen, but instead the scene changes back to the present timeline. Well, that's sad. I wanted to see Bulma hug her son again. Before Future Trunks destroys Future Seru with the Heat Dome attack, his eyebrows are black in one scene frame, despite the fact that he was in his Super Saiyan transformation. Oh, this is especially odd considering that Trunks doesn't even have black hair with eyebrows. Wait, is his eyebrows usually purple like his hair? Let's take a peek. Oh yeah, he has purple. And then it was black, but it was supposed to be yellow. What's interesting here is that the anime censored the manga, and then the English version, the English of the manga also censored. No, wait. In both of the manga, English and Japanese, the old guy died. But in one version, he was shot, and in one version, he was punched. And then in the anime, the old man did not die. Okay, so now the trivia from episode 195. In the original Japanese promotional clip for this episode, Goku turns Super Saiyan as he fights his past enemies. However, for whatever reason, Toei Animation decided that Goku would hide this ability to go Super Saiyan. Since the animation had already been completed and there was no time to change Goku's appearance, Toei went and digitally altered Goku's hair and eyes back to black. Wait. In the original Japanese promotional clip for this episode, Goku turns Super Saiyan as he fights his past enemies. But Toei decided that Goku would hide his ability. So, from Paikuhan, maybe. That's interesting. But it looked freaking cool in its own way. This is the first time Goku meets King Cold and Gurdo, let alone fights them. When King Kai and Goku arrive on Grand Kai's planet, they're greeted by two of King Kai's former pupils. I would like to compare Grand Kai's voice, because it was so... I was like, you know, you expect, maybe because he's the Grand Kai, you expect this grand voice. So the fact that it's kind of the opposite is supposed to be funny, I think. When King Kai and Goku arrive on the Grand Kai's planet, they're greeted by two of King Kai's former pupils. Oh, okay. Yeah, he was 2,300 years there, Goku's senior. One of them wears a white gi and bears a striking resemblance to Ryu, the main protagonist of the Street Fighter video game series. Goku and Ryu are known to be similar in many ways, given that they are both martial arts masters, always seeking new challengers. In order to become as strong as possible. They both have control over ki and perform their signature moves in a very similar fashion. Goku's Kamehameha and Ryu's Hadoken. And they both have a very large appetite. Talking about appetite, I'm hungry. Oh, okay, so do you think it's a coincidence? Or was Ryu inspired by Goku or the other way around? I'm not sure which came out first. Soto sent me in the manga, and then it's reminded that, yeah, there was less censorship, and then the great Kaio-sama or whatever be like, and then this is a guy from Jujutsu Kaisen. He kind of looks not enough hair or no hair at all. No, I'm joking. Saying old people look alike is like saying, I don't know where to go with the sentence, but same age. They're pretty close in time, I think, but adult Goku should be maybe 1 or 2 years older than Ryu. We know Street Fighter took a lot of influence from JoJo, so it wouldn't surprise me. I can't wait for the next season of JoJo's. Okay, anyway. Everything got great influence from JoJo's. And Vert says, I can't wait either. Episode 195 is maybe a little Easter egg for DBZ fans. The fish race dude looks like the guy Bardock killed. And the two little kids look like the people from movie 8. I noticed the two little kids, but I didn't notice the fish race dude. Okay, I'm quickly gonna go to the bathroom and maybe get a snack, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!